Alright, it's time for the first episode of Season 2 of Cooking with Jeff, and this time we're making spicy chicken ramen, all from scratch. Anyway, we start out with a pot with a full chicken, just like this. And we add nori. Take our veggies, we got scallions, celery, onion, and carrot. And we add those to the pot. We're going to take it to the sink and we're going to fill it about 3/4 of an inch above the chicken. So just fill her on up, and when she's full, then we can continue. Alrighty, that's looking nice and full. Bring it back to the stove and start adding our other ingredients. Got some garlic here, minced garlic. We're just gonna take 2 heaping teaspoons, just like this. And we're gonna add some spicy chili crisp. Like that there. Add some sriracha. This is hoi fong. You can use whatever kind you want. Just get that in there. We're gonna add some mirin. Just like that. A little dark soy sauce. Nice splash of that. Now I'm using scorpion and reaper pepper extract. I would recommend you not use this unless you can handle the heat. And we're going to add some regular light soy sauce to that. A few dashes. Then we're going to get it heated up to a boil, so we can start making the broth. And you want it to look like that as you're cooking it, and you're just going to let it cook like that till it cooks down about halfway down the chicken. Anyway, while that's going, we're going to start our ramen noodles here. You can use packages if you don't want to make from fresh, but I wanted to make fresh, so add some scoops of flour like this here. I believe that's about 3/4 of a cup, I believe. And then crack of egg in there, just like that. I'm just going to take my fork here and mix it together. 1 egg is definitely not going to be enough for all this flour, so we will be adding water to it. When I make ramen noodles, I don't like to do all egg, I like to do some water in there too. So we're just going to incorporate that till we get as much as we can. And add a nice splash of water real quick like that. And get all the flour and egg mixture together. If you add too much water, you can always add a little more flour until it's not so sticky. But that looks pretty good right there, so we're going to go back to the counter. And we're going to hit the counter with some flour. We don't want our dough sticking. I'm going to add a little bit to my dough again and some more on the counter, just like that. Kind of work it around with my hands and then get it on the counter. All the dough out of the bowl. I'm going to start kneading it together here. Alright, it came together pretty good. Still a little sticky though, so I added a little bit more flour. And I kind of keep kneading it in just like this. After you feel it's sufficiently the right consistency, you're going to go ahead and make a dough ball out of it. Just form it into a ball, just like this here. There we go. And you could use saran wrap or a Ziploc bag, but I'm going to use a Ziploc bag to keep it in the fridge till we're ready to roll them out. Get it nice and cold. It makes the dough easier to work with the roller. Alright, now we got the noodles done, we can start making our soft boiled egg. Just going to get some boiling water going and leave that boiling for about 5 minutes. And our broth is successfully reduced down to about halfway down the chicken, so we're going to strain it into a bowl. Go ahead and just dump all that right in there like that. Get out most of, if not all, the solids. You definitely don't want no bones in there or anything, but if there's little veggies and stuff, that's okay. Anyway, give it a couple seconds to start draining. There we go. Let it drip a bit. Okay, now we got our broth. Bring our pot back over there and pour our broth right into the pot again. And the broth is now officially done. There we go. And while we were doing that, our soft-boiled egg was getting done at the same time, so we'll drain out the water. Grab some ice from the freezer here. Okay, cold water. This will prevent it from cooking longer than it should. Like if it's done, it'll keep cooking. But anyway, the egg is done, and now it's time to roll out the noodles. So we just take our pasta dough here, we kind of flatten it out, and then we're just going to roll it through. And I left it on the highest setting. I like my noodles a little thicker, so just going to leave it like that. There we go, a nice sheet right there. That's more than enough for serving. We'll switch the crank to the pasta cutter side, and we will hit both sides of this pasta sheet with flour so as it doesn't stick together, just like this. Time to let the ramen cutting commence. I'll just go on and crank it all through. If you want zigzaggy noodles, you have to make sure that they come down on each other in little segments. But I'm just doing it like ramen shop style because I like regular, good, traditional ramen noodles better. So I'm just going to leave my noodles regular. And I just let them fall on each other. Now, if I was making spaghetti, I would straighten them out as I do this. But since it's ramen, I'm kind of letting them curl up a little bit. And you're just going to go ahead and crank that on through till it's done. Like that. There's our noodles. Now that the noodles are done, we'll go ahead and take our chicken pieces out so that we can start pulling the meat from the bones and have our chicken for our ramen. Gotta throw away the garbage. Sorry about that. Little hand wash. Definitely don't want to leave that stuff in those strainers for too long. It will stick to the sides. Anyway, now that we're done with that, we can peel our soft-boiled egg. Give it a good rinse once we got all the shell off, just to make sure we don't get any little shell pieces. And we'll start picking our chicken here. I'm gonna get as much meat as I can off the bones. Just pick off as much as you want. And I take the breasts separate so they can cut into strips like this. And you can put as much chicken as you want in there. And then, so one of the breasts I cut into strips like that, and then the other one I peel with my hands and kind of shred, and then I cut the soft-boiled egg and start cooking my noodles just like this. Grab a nice spoon here, stir it around, make sure the noodles get nice and separated. You don't want to get double noodles. And it's time to plate, so we'll grab our noodles out just like this. I like to scoop them out with the tongs. Now I got most of the noodles. I'll pour the broth in to the bowl like this. So now that's all set. And we'll start garnishing. We got our soft-boiled egg. Of course I dropped it. Oh well. And we got some Naruto Make. It's a fish cake with like a pink swirl in it. It's in most ramen dishes. Alright, got our sliced chicken breast. And put that on top there. A little bit of seafood mushrooms, or they're just a little bit bigger than enoki mushrooms. It's the same thing basically. We got some thin sliced scallion. Go ahead and sprinkle that over the top. And some bean sprouts. I'm just going to give it a nice swirl of sriracha after that, since it's spicy. And that's all there is to it. That's my spicy chicken ramen. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and looking forward to making more of these for the rest of the season. We'll see you around, guys. Have a good day.